Okay guys, we've made it to Dubai. Schedule's absolutely packed. We're gonna show you all kinds of stuff. We got exciting interviews lined up with like Yatsu, Arthur Hayes, a bunch of others. Also, we're gonna show you what Commonwealth has been up to, go to lunch with them, go on a yacht with them, and we've got some cool speaking engagements, Cointelegraph interviews and panels, a whole packed schedule. And we're here to take you behind the scenes of what it's like to be at a crypto conference, especially one of the biggest in the world, Token 2049 here in Dubai. No better place to be. All right guys, right now we're at a Commonwealth meetup at my favorite restaurant in Dubai, Al Fatah, I think it's called. Second meeting in Dubai because unfortunately, we were supposed to go to the Polo Crypto Cup yesterday, but my flight, because of Rupert, was not allowed to happen, so I had to fly last night instead. So today, so far, we've had the MV executive meeting. Good. Very good, yeah. Dane, what are your thoughts on what's happening over here? Wow, very good insight. Lee? Exactly, to the moon. And then right now the Commonwealth meeting with a bunch of the oracles, a bunch of the team over here. And the goal of today's meeting right now at the Commonwealth meetup is just for everyone to get together, update a lot of the people that are involved, the advisors, the oracles, the team, what's happening, what our plans are going on, and really just to let people know that we're still alive, because it's been a brutal market and Commonwealth has been building and doing a lot of stuff, making a lot of planning, but on the front end, it doesn't look like much is happening. And so we need to let people know that we're still alive, they should still care about the project, and what the future plans are that we can't publicly disclose yet. Okay, so we just finished the Commonwealth Oracle meeting. It was really great. We were here for a couple hours. And just before we go to the SEC call, which I've got to set up for, we're gonna cruise by MDX's events. And Sam, my jeweler, is there. We're gonna drop off my jewelry so he can put on display as is its first setup, actually offering jewelry to anyone before. I funded the whole company so that he could leave his job at the Department of Defense in the UK. So we're gonna go meet him for the first time in person. I've been working together with him for over 2 years, and drop off the jewelry so he can display it, clean it up, check out the new pieces that he's made for me, and then we're gonna go back to the hotel with plenty of time for the SEC call. Most people will tell you the best way to get around Dubai is by fancy supercar, but actually the most fun way to get around is these bad boys right here. They rent them all over the city. You just scan it with your app, you take it everywhere. It's really fun. You can see people, sightsee, no need for parking or complicated. You just drive up to your destination, drop it off, that's it. So right now, Sam, the jeweler, is coming by, and he's been making some custom stuff for me for a long time now, and we're finally getting to see the reveal. It's hard because he lives in London and shipping things to Thailand is a pain in the butt, and then you've got tariffs and all this stuff. So he's here showcasing a couple events, and he has a big one later tonight. And so he's gonna take back some of the jewelry that he's made for me, and he's also got some new things to show me today too. So he's gonna be here any second, and we'll get to check it out, meet him face to face for the first time. It should be cool. Oh, okay. All right, let's meet Sam. Yo, Sam, what's up? Welcome, brother. How's it going? Good to meet you finally, face to face.
How's it going?
Come on in.
Nice to meet you.
So this in the back is actually Meteorite from outer space. As we know, always representing the Bitcoin logo, Commonwealth winky face, and then as I always just like, it's in my DNA. So you've got the DNA helixes over here, and then classic Kyle style, yellow gold, black diamonds. You know, as you know, like since we ordered this, gold has skyrocketed in value. And even though I choose Bitcoin over gold 99% of the time, I still like to keep some of my net worth in precious metals and gold because it's always good. I mean, if you ever needed to in a bind or something like that, you could just always offload these in emergency. Always just a nice backup. But anyway, it's also nice to have some nice pieces that are super customized, that represents who you are, your personality. We're about to have a call with the SEC, which is historic. Test. In 1 minute. And I have a jacket on, so we look SEC ready. I think that, you know, one of the things that I would love to see happening is more clarity around how small entrepreneurs can go unlock capital from maybe friends and family or crowdfunding with a much easier and lower barrier to entry. And this would also help the retail investors and secondary market participants have more clarity and disclosures on what they're actually investing in. Okay guys, just got off with the SEC phone call, very interesting. And now we're going to go to Nebula's event, just about 20 minutes from here. Let's do it.
You came at the right time.
Well, I just had a chat today with the SEC, and so we're trying to get into with the American crypto scene.
Okay.
And for paid or launch pad, stuff like that too, to get it regulated and approved in the United States, to get access to the capital markets in the United States and stuff. I think that'd be pretty big news, right? One thing for sure is it's not my scene anymore. I'll tell you that. I don't know, I'm just not bearish on anything actually. Other than pump fun, I hope it does. So right now we're at this Weeks event. I have no idea which exchange Weeks is, but this came with Chris. So we're gonna check it out for a second. We don't have a lot of time before dinner. We have an MV dinner soon, just with the team. So right now, guys, we've been to a few side events, and I must say, if you're thinking about getting into a new industry, like crypto, for example, you probably have to spend a lot of time. If you really want to network and get your way in and know people and know the right people and be connected, you have to put in the work. And you have to do this. And I did this hardcore from 2017 until COVID. Every week at a new conference, bam, bam, bam. And it was fun. And if you have the energy and you don't value your sleep so much like I do these days, it's great. Parties, free booze, for food. I don't condone these activities today, but a lot of people have a lot of fun doing them. For me, valuing my sleep, getting perfect sleep scores, it's what I value a lot today. These kind of events, they're quite exhausting. And I don't know, I've been to now we've been in Dubai for a couple days. I can't say that I've gotten much value from them. More value from the meetings that we're having, that we're setting up. I've had a few of those that have been great. And I think that's really the key. If you're new and looking to get into the industry, I really think that, you just have to go do this kind of things, and maybe you're not comfortable with it. It's for a lot of people, walking into a big room full of people, social anxiety is real, but it's something that you have to work on and practice. And then also have an objective in mind too. What is your purpose of going here, right? Also, don't be afraid to, when you're talking to somebody that it's clear that there's not gonna be a lot of value from that conversation, that person, don't be afraid to just be like, okay, nice to meet you, in the middle of their sentence, right? Just cut them off. Nice to meet you, I'm gonna go get some water or something, excuse yourself. I think that's something that I wasted a lot of time on in the early days, was being polite and just listening to somebody, even though I was not interested in what they were doing or saying. And it's not me being rude, it's just the fact that you're here for business, and you don't want to waste your time. Your time is valuable. Okay guys, so this is West Beach. Like I said, we're gonna come here. Cocoa Beach, one of our favorite restaurants, because they allow Rupert to come. Hi buddy, hello. Oh my goodness. Dubai's cool, it's a scene, it's like a fairy tale. Everything's larger than life. And you got amazing beach spots like this. So we just finished at Cocoa Bay, and amazing food there, black cod, best we've ever had. You guys make sure you watch, because this trip I feel like is about to get much more crazy. Welcome to my place here in Dubai. It's sick. It's at Vita Marina. I stay here every time I come because they're pet friendly, so Rupert can come. Beautiful view over here. Today we're gonna be taking around Token 2049. We're gonna be meeting some great founders, Yatsu, Arthur Hayes, Santiago. So we got some excellent interviews lined up for you guys. And we're gonna go to some side events. And also when you come to events like this, things just pop up out of nowhere. And so we'll see where else we get taken to. I'm looking for a source of hydration with electrolytes, and that's not in a plastic bottle. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so this is amazing because everywhere you go at this event, they just give you warm plastic bottle waters full of microplastics and toxic chemicals, and you're just drinking yourself to death. This, very familiar with where I spend most of my time, is a fresh baby coconut full of electrolytes, hydration, zero toxics. That's just perfect. I'm gonna have like 10. Oh. Coinstar, thank you so much for caring about our health, caring about our well-being. Thank you so much for giving something that's not toxic. A lot of thoughtfulness went into this, and I really appreciate it. And I'm going back for seconds, and I hope that you don't mind. Thank you very much. What are the ingredients in them? And this is the athlete one. This is a really good one. I've got to do an interview right now, but what time are you guys close?
We're here till 7.
Okay, I'll be back for sure. How cold are the baths?
8.9 degrees.
Can I just feel this for a second? I just want to put my watch. I'm just going to test the.
That's okay.
Make sure they're proof of coldness. It says 54 Fahrenheit. 52. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy. You'll get out there feeling amazing.
That is going to be the bottom moment of this particular cycle when Besson got on Bloomberg and gave that interview saying he's got buybacks and he's going to make sure that the treasury market is well supported. That was a signal to go long everything.
Okay guys, so we're here at DNA House. This is Brock. He's one of the nights with me on Crypto Nights. It's one of his events. And then we also had a Crypto Nights panel as well, a live pitch, kind of like a preview of what's gonna happen on the show. Some words of advice, anyone who's gonna come up here in the future, please have a clear ask and also a clear revenue and value accrual kind of pitch, right? What are you selling and how are investors getting their money back? And is retail gonna be getting the same benefits as investors? If not, how do you make sure that you don't have a conflict of interest between equity and tokens, which is usually a big one. Go there earlier because my bedtime's 9:30, so.
Now, wait. Of course, bro. Even on Token 2049, there's no exceptions?
No.
Never?
No, do you want to see my sleep score? 100% for the last,
How long?
Watch it. This is like the Brian Johnson level.
Even when you travel?
Yeah, I mean, like you can see the travel days go to a month.
92. Fucking hell, that's over the month. Jesus Christ, that's just sleep over the month, 100%. You had one bad day, what happened that day?
I don't know. I think that was a day that I don't know, something with the flight, and I had to wake up early, and then it didn't work out. And I was really pissed because the flight didn't work out, and I fucked my sleep score. So.
Impressive. That's impressive for sure.
Best.
You would need to invest Bitcoin, altcoins, and meme coins. How would you structure it?
I would say probably you should put something like 50 to 60% in Bitcoin, 10 to 15% in something like Ethereum. So this is called like a barbell strategy. And then you take 5, maybe if you're feeling really risk adverse, 10% of your portfolio, and you put it in high risk, high reward projects. I think meme coins are very dangerous. Most people, unless you're in the inside circle, are gonna not make money and lose money. Anyone who has time can go out and look at real projects, and you can go into their Discord, go into the Telegram, often talk directly with the founders of the team, see who's building real stuff, ask about traction, see what they're doing. For example, again, I don't want this to be financial advice, but I'm just using my own project because I can talk out of personal experience. If you watch my YouTube videos, you know that we're talking right now with the SEC, trying to see if we can bring paid network into the United States and access the capital markets there in a regulated and legal way. And we don't have that clarity yet, but people would know that we're working really hard on continuing the company, bringing value to the ecosystem. And we're not the only ones. And so there's a lot of other people out there whose maybe their token price is 99% below what it was, but it doesn't mean they're dead. They just working on building something really useful. So there's a lot of good deals in the market right now. And that's where that 5 or 10% maybe should be allocated. Okay guys, I'm gonna show you now my travel health routine and everything that I brought from home to travel from here and now to the States. I've had a long day, right? We've had Arthur Hayes thing, with DNA House, we had the Crypto Nights thing, and now we've got to go to the Banter party. And as you know, these party days are mostly behind, but I think the Banter one's quite important. So I don't want to drink coffee, I don't want to take crack or something, right? So instead, I'm gonna have some methylene blue here. There we go. Tastes exactly like industrial grade food color dye. I'll show you our fridge, how we travel here. So come over to the fridge and you can see we have meal prep over here. So we ordered ahead, and now every day at 9 a.m. we get a full day's worth of food. So I'm not tempted to eat a bunch of crap out here. And you can see a lot of other stuff in here too. We've got our peptides over here. All kinds of peptides. You got NAD+, got trizepatide, should take, amazing. We've got BPC 157 and TB 500. We've got injectable vitamin B complex over here. We've got injectable IV methylene blue. We've got another bottle of NAD+ over here, met and caflin peptides. And then we've got this cerebrolysin, which is actually derived from porcupine brain. It's supposed to be like a neuro enhancement. We're gonna start a round of this. I should actually be taking it now. This is injectable. And then we've got glutathione, also IM or IV. This is amazing. Like back in the day when I used to drink and stuff like that. I mean, if you could be out there drinking like crazy, right? And then if you just do right before bed or something, or even before you start drinking, you do 1 glutathione. So this is 600 milligrams of glutathione with a vitamin B complex shot. Man, no hangover, feel good. I prefer just not to drink these days at all, but glutathione is the liver's most potent antioxidant. So it really helps process any kind of junk or anything like that very quickly. And then I've got my HGH pens, and I've got like 12 of these or 14 of these or something. When I was traveling through the Phuket airport, I had a huge cooler full of all these refrigerated peptides and other stuff, and the Thai, the Thai security ladies go, oh, insulin? I was like, something like that, you know. So now we're going to Rand's events. We can't always, sometimes we have to agree to disagree, but we could still be friends. Rand, I'm bringing you a gift. You can't have the pay tokens without doing work, but you know, cigars from Bali.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
Have a good evening.
So now we're at the Banter party at 37X, like I told you. You can see Sam behind me, slanging jewelry, always hustling. And I expect to see everyone else here for the Banter crew, Fefe, Dylan, Rand. Still filling up right now. Last time I came to this venue was for a Binance event, and out back they had food. So, but it's past my eats time, so I will not be eating. Go to bed fasted. What's your sleep score?
What's your REM level?
REM?
Yeah, your REM level.
Well, I don't know, but we could see.
21.
But that
better REM level.
No, come on, but let's go to a different day. Hold on, just chill. Josh Meyer.
Not at all. Hey, brother.
What's up,
What's going on, my friend? How are you?
Cigars. Even if you don't smoke, but just they're really nice from Bali. Cuban tobacco from Bali, and
Very nice, thank you. Thank you, bro.
But we're poor right now.
Not poor, man.
We're broke.
No, you're not.
We've been in a 4-year bear market.
It's true.
And if you understand Bitcoin, not just what it does on a high level, but if you truly understand it, that conviction is unbreakable. Okay guys, so we're leaving the Banter party, and I'm afraid to tell you that it's actually past my bedtime. And I had 2 little patties, just the meats though. And usually I don't eat, past like 5 or 6 p.m. But I've had a lot of people ask me the whole thing, like if I make exceptions, and I normally don't. In fact, it's been every night in bed before, and this is like for every crypto event I've been to in the last year or something like that. It's always been in bed by 10, but it's like 11 now. But luckily, tomorrow morning I don't have anything super urgent. So I can try to sleep in, but it's also difficult in a hotel room when you don't have your 8-sleep mattress and all this kind of stuff. But anyway, it was a good event. I've got Jess here, my beautiful fiance. Baby, come over, tell us how it was.
It was nice to see everybody. It was like this grand reunion. It's very nice. I did have a little bit of wine. I mainly pretended, but I did have a few swallows. And what else? Yeah, mainly it was a reunion. We saw everybody. It was so nice to see everybody,
She's been coming to events with me for 5 years or something. Ever since, that since the
That was like my
third,
first.
yeah, the third day after we met. Basically, I invited her to come to Korea to
Yeah.
the Korea Blockchain Week.
Korea Blockchain Week.
Yeah, so she's an OG at all the events as well.
Dubai has awesome energy, you know, like I guess because it's like that this like business hub in general. Like everyone here is just switched on. It's like real hardcore business vibe.
Usually I have a nice little mixer for this thing, but this is going to be a chunky one.
How is it?
Not a great taste. These are the ones that I forgot to put in. They taste absolutely horrible. I'm not sure what tastes worse, the methylene blue or these Novos packets, but they're really good for you. They're one of the anti-aging supplements that, at least anecdotally and according to a lot of people, have helped reduce their speed of aging. It's not just the Novos packet, but also the whole Novos line. Anyway, we're not here for good tasting stuff. And so every morning, conference or not, you know, get a workout in. Today we're gonna do some back, biceps, and core. And because I'm fasted when I work out, haven't eaten since 5, 6 p.m. yesterday, I don't really warm up anymore like I used to. I kind of just warm up by doing lighter weights on whatever I'm working out. Save that glycemic energy for the weights, and then I do maybe a little cardio afterwards for burning fat. Like a month ago, I was just getting back into working out. I had an injury for a couple months, and I couldn't barely walk or work out. And the first day I tried to swim laps, I think I did 8, and I had to rest in between every 2 laps or whatever. But every single day, every day I did 2 more laps, and 2 more laps, and 2 more laps. And then finally, just the last day of the swimming before we left home, I did 110 laps, which is about 2.4 kilometers. It took about 48 minutes to swim it nonstop. So just push yourself a little bit more every single day, and you'll see the gains. So we just finished the morning routine, workout, and then a swim. We're headed to this event, and where I'm speaking on a panel. After I do the panel, though, then we go to the podcast studio where we have a few interviews lined up today. And right now, I'm gonna just review all the kinds of questions for the interviews that we have later to make sure I'm prepared. There's rumor, and just rumor, speculation, that Eric Trump is coming here. Even if he did, I guess I would just knock everyone out to go really quickly meet him. I don't know what I'd say. It's really bad advice to tell people to go out and play the casino with trying to retire. An easier thing to do is look at a strategy something I know Coach is running the same strategy that I am. It's just a Bitcoin accumulation strategy where you're doing low leverage, high frequency trading. You're getting 36% a year. You compound that over 10 years. 1 Bitcoin turns into 10 Bitcoin. 10 Bitcoin goes to $10 million over 10, 15 years. Now you've got, $100 million, and you started with 1 Bitcoin at $94,000. You do Bitcoin, which has a ton of actual real-world utility. It is the actual king of cryptocurrency, unrepeatable.
What do you use your Bitcoin for?
It's a store.
Why from it goes up?
The store of value. The only thing that hedges against inflation. The only thing that hedges against a housing market. The only thing
That's a narrative. That's a story we tell.
It's the real story.
Can you explain the little fight as we run?
I get defensive when people call our industry nothing more than internet casino because I'm building real shit and other people are building real shit. And they spend a lot of time, put a lot of heart and soul. People invest real money. And then you got things like Pump Fund and a bunch of other people like that come and just literally try to value extract and suck money out and then put it in stablecoin and go probably store their wealth in fiat. Regardless, no hates there. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and people are in this industry for whatever they want to be in. And so, there's millions of people that are there for the exact same thing of what he's talking about. So he's not wrong. He just, the audience of who he appeals to. I personally, if I have a voice, I would like to try to influence people to care, influence people to understand where they're putting their hard-earned money, and then learn how to be a long-term minded investor. You'll see stories and people will repost it and share it about some guy who put $15 into a meme coin at a $10,000 market cap, and I think shot up 10,000x and he turned it into, you know, a few million or whatever. But like that's one in a million that get you know, that do that. And I don't think people should try to use that as a strategy.
Hey,
how's it going?
good.
Yeah. Busy?
It's token. Everything's busy, right?
Yeah, it's
running around like mad.
crazy.
But thanks for making the time. So
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
I don't know. Last time I saw you was at I think Singapore at the documentary like release thing.
Oh yes.
You know, and then wake up being hungry again.
Yes.
And now when if I just stop eating at 5 or 6 p.m., I can wake up and I'm not hungry at all. And I can still go fasted, go to the gym, whatever, and then controllably have my first meal at 12 or 1 or something.
I mean, it's interesting how this stuff really is, you know, you're hacking your body in a way, right?
Yeah.
And you're just creating new habits around that. I think the more aware you are about it, the more you can deal with it.
Okay, guys, so here with the yacht.
Hey there.
And we're gonna go ask the hard questions.
Let's go for it.
So let's talk about that a little bit. You wanted to let you.
Yeah, exactly. So, so the one thing that we came to realize, something we didn't realize, you know, before, and I think it really sort of became much more obvious when meme coins came around. Right?
Yeah.
And you know, let's talk about meme coins that are actually truly decentralized, because as we know, there's been a lot of bullshit. Yeah, exactly. So let's take those away. Tokens are actually price information about market indicators in the world. So I look at tokens like an open poly market. Right, in poly market, we make a bet and we decide, okay, yes, no, true, false type of thing, type of a bet. But tokens are much more indicators of attention and media attention that happens in the world that's out there right now. So meaning that, you know, last year, gaming tokens didn't do well, but we had the highest number of gaming users ever. But actually what did really well was AI tokens.
Yeah.
Right. But the utility of AI tokens is a fraction of gaming, right?
Yeah,
I mean, and remains so. And, you know, we're big investors in AI, but that isn't because we think AI was great that year. We think the AI will grow. What happened? Well, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Perplexity, all these AI conversations, you know, and all the drama with Sam Altman and all that kind of stuff created attention around AI. And so AI did well. We had this experience with the metaverse and gaming.
Yeah.
Sandbox was like crazy. Axie Infinity, you know, like Decentraland, they all part of our portfolio, went like nuts because why? Facebook renamed itself to Meta, and COVID happened.
Yeah.
And during COVID, everyone thought we're going to just doing stuff virtual, right? We're not going to travel anymore. And you know what happened to Zoom stock? What happened to Peloton? Like all those companies were doing incredibly well, and therefore all of the tokens did incredibly well as well. So that was a setup. So that came to our conclusion that tokens actually mimic and have the same mimetic pricing information that then tell us in the same way that commodities and stocks do when there's pricing attention. It informs us about something in the market. It also tells us where we should put our attention and where we should allocate our resources to, right? So that's the broader thesis, right?
When we did the Crypto Nights thing, it was interesting to see how much makeup they put on us.
They're crazy.
Yeah. So we just got finished with some interviews, and Yatsu was one of them, which was great. I've met him before, but never got to like hang out with him. Him and I were able to just jam and talk about some really cool things, not really crypto related, just life more in general. And that was good. I got my own little like private session with him, full of good advice, very smart, intellectual guy. I think that really helped flow into the discussion afterwards. And then the crypto part that we talked about was very good. And I'm not sure if you will see this before that's posted or not, but regardless, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you can watch it and put it out when it comes out. And if it's already out, make sure that you go watch it because it's very, very good. And Yacht gives us basically his thesis on how the market is going to evolve, the crypto gaming sector, and 3 huge catalysts of what are probably going to lead to another mega crypto gaming bull run. He also gives us some insight onto which kind of coins and tokens to look for. So if you guys want some inside alpha, make sure you watch that one. So we're about to take out these dune buggies, as we call them, dune bashers, and we're about to get wild out in the middle of the desert.